Welcome back to The Source. I'm Rieta Anwat Cotrillo. The retail price of onions is expected to significantly drop following the importation order signed by President Bongbong Marcos. The Department of Agriculture anticipates the price could go down soon. Let's go straight to the source of the story. Department of Agriculture Deputy Spokesperson Rex Estoperez. Sir, good morning. Thanks for being here.
Good morning, and to our listeners and our viewers.
All right, sir. As we know, President Bongbong Marcos has approved the importation of more than 21,000 metric tons of onions. When do you expect these to arrive, and are onion importers now coordinating with the DA?
Before we recommended that, pinag-usapan po rin namin the first two factors. One, when to arrive, and second is what volume. So when we recommended that, we have revisions na ginawa. Instead of 22,000 metric tons, President Marcos cleared to import only 21,060, and it should arrive not later than 27, so that we have to protect also our farmers. Now, the application for the importation for the SPSIC will started last January 9 and will end until the 13th. So kung ang application is staggered din pagdating nito, and we're expecting that all importation will arrive on the 27th, and therefore we're expecting also that the prices in the market will drop.
All right. Now, one of the concerns, of course, is that this will overlap with the local harvest of onions. Talk to us a little bit about that.
We calibrated that already. The peak harvest of onion will start in the mid of February. So therefore, pag sinabi natin it will arrive not later than 27, expecting to yung ating pong onion, imported onion, will go to the market at saka yung pagpasok po ng ating peak harvest. No overlapping as we calibrate our importation.
Okay, sir. May panahon o posibilidad pa bang na bawiin itong importation order, or wala na ba itong atrasan as this might, again, the concern is that it could compromise the harvest of onion growers?
We are very aware of that, and in fact, ang focus natin is protecting the harvest of the farmers also. But yung inflation po natin na nag-push, one of the drivers yung red onion. So kailangan natin, we have to address that while we are also protecting the farmers. Yun yung consideration po natin. So with that, ang sinasabi natin, calibrated po yung importation natin on the time and the volume. So pagdating dito, we are expecting na hindi dapat mag-apekto to ng ating pong harvest, because sabi nga ng mga farmers, we have to break that cycle na pag-harvest, maraming onion na pumapasok, and we prepared already yung mga mechanisms to be stricter ngayon on the first and the second control borders po.
Right, sir. Now, na-mention niyo po na staggered yung arrival ng imported onions. Could you give us a breakdown of how that is going to work, or a schedule?
RIA will be publishing this. No, that's our proposal. Publish the importers, publish the volume, and the publish of the cold storages na accredited po. Yung staggered na sinasabi natin. Now, if you applied January 10, you count 7 days or 8 days, darating mo yun. Then you applied for 10 or 11. As you go along the 13th na yun pong deadline, parating po ng parating yan. So yun ang in-expect natin. That will be on a staggered basis na based on your application and based on your import permits na negotiation with the country of origin, magiging staggered din po ang pagdating po niya.
All right, sir. Now, in your view, talaga ho bang importation lang ang solusyon ngayon sa mataas na presyo ng sibuyas? Was there not some kind of development plan to manage the supply of onions?
Bigyan kita ng history. No, what happened? No? Since September and October, actually we are proposing to import onion because of the prices and the coming holidays. Pero napigilan po kami doon na hindi muna tayo mag-import dahil unang-una, marami po tayong confiscated onions. Ibig sabihin, kung parating ito at pinabayaan po natin, papasok na naman to sa market, sira na naman po yung presyo ng ating pong harvest ng ating mga magsasaka. So yung with that situation, sabi natin, wag muna, because the off-season harvest ay dumadating din. But I think yung kita namin na sa off-season harvest mukhang hindi enough. So last December 28, nag-meet kami with the stakeholders na to set a cap of 250 per kilo. on the promise of the stakeholders that they will encourage the farmers that the farm gate prices ay babaan nila so that mababa rin sa ating mga pamilihan. Pero hindi nangyari ho yun. Nag-lapse na po yung SRP natin January 7. Wala pa rin bumababa sa market sa farm gate price na to the level of 250. So ibig sabihin, even though we're expecting sana January na meron tayong big harvest, mukhang hindi rin mangyayari yung pagbaba ng presyo. Lumabas naman po itong ating pong inflation rate na sobrang taas because of sa mga driver, 0.3% yung ating pong onion. So we recommended na to give additional supply for the market. Yun na po yung ating na-recommend. No? Kasi nakikita natin by mid-February or starting February, kung meron mang harvest, then hindi naman po mag-overlap yung ating in-import po.
Alright, but why do you think, sir, it is na hindi bumaba yung mga farm gate prices? Was that also an issue of supply? It was a poor harvest? We didn't plant enough?
Firstly is that tinamaan din po yung ating mga magsasaka last 2 seasons or 3 seasons. Bumabawi po sila. So tama lang po naman yun. But if you look at it, sabi ko, sana nakabawi na sila. Kung may supply sila, ilabas na nila dahil sa mga farmers natin. Pero hindi po Nung pumunta ko sa ground, ang mga ahente po at saka yung mga buyers ng onion nagpapataasan ng presyo. Talagang hindi baba ang presyo sa ating mga merkado. If you get 350 as a farm gate price, ito-double po yan ng ating buyers and retailers at another 350, 700 sa mga pamilihan natin. And dapat hindi mangyayari po yun. Ngayon, pag binaba naman ng ating mga magsasaka yung farm gate price nila, ganun pa rin po ang pasok po ng ating pong mga traders pagdating sa retail po to the level of 400, 350 to 400 pa rin. So, we're not expecting talaga na bababa pa in this coming January. That's why we have put a cap on January 27 as the last day po ng arrival of our imported onion.
All right. Yesterday, sir, we spoke to SINAG President Rosendo and he called the importation move wrong timing. Yung parang sinasabi niya, we could have used the importation or it was more necessary back around September and October, not now kasi nga may darating na harvest. What's your reaction to his comments?
That's correct. In fact, we also recommended for that. Ang problema po natin, maraming pumapasok na smuggled. Pag nag-issue tayo ng permit, baka sa paligid lang yan, yung mga sibuyas na yan, at masisira rin naman yung ating harvest. Secondly, noong December 28, Mr. Rosendo is part of that meeting na sinabi na they set yung 250 na cap na yung SRP, suggested retail price, with a commitment na sila po na mag-encourage ng mga farmers na pababain yung farm gate price. Pero hindi ho nangyari yun. Sabi nila na kung hindi talaga bababa, let's import. Sa kanila po nanggagaling yan, hindi ho sa akin or group po yun, sa meeting po yun na ang minutes po natin.
Right. So as you said, nagkaroon ng consultations and meetings with various stakeholders on this matter. Sir, talk to us a little bit. I mean, who do you feel is more responsible then at this point? Because you're saying the farm gate prices didn't drop, and then the traders obviously, added their profits in there. Where does the problem really lie?
Actually, to be honest with you, we have some imperfections sa ating system. Like for example, kung ang patong po ng ating mga traders ay double, 350 farm gate, 350 ang patong, that's 700. Kung ang na-address sana natin, ayoko naman sabihin na minana natin problema, no, we would not do that. Ang intervention po natin, mukhang sa supply chain. Like for example, we have also an alternative sana. Nakausapin natin ang farmers, babaan ninyo, the government will take care of the transport, supply chain natin to the market. But the problem is, kung andyan na po yung problema natin, at alam mo naman ang gobyerno na pag sa resource mobilization matagal. So ang sinasabi natin, even though na the Department of Agriculture, government will buy from the farmers and bring it to the market, mukhang may problema pa rin tayo because Visayas and Mindanao are also complaining the same problem of high price of onion. So therefore, pag sinabi natin, tayo mabibili doon, bring it to the market in Metro Manila ang makinabang. While kung sinabi natin, sige, calibrated volume of importation and the limited time, at least meron tayong 25% of the 21,060, 25% in Mindanao, 25% in Visayas, and 50% in Luzon. 10% of that will be white.
Sir, do you foresee na magkakaroon ng oversupply ng sibuyas kapag dumating ang imported onion and then umani na ang mga magsasaka?
No. First is that we have the strict first border control, which is yung ating mga peer, na pag wala kang SPSIC, consider the smuggled. Second border control on the cold storage. Saan mga cold storage ito? Sa manmanan po natin kung saan pumupunta yung from the cold storage. Ang importante po rito ay yung cooperation po ng ating mga mamayan. That's why we are publishing this, the importer, the volume, and the cold storage, para hindi lang ho ang magmo-monitor ang Department of Agriculture, but yung mga consumers din po natin.
All right, sir. So the good news, if any, is the fact that there will be onions in the market because of the
Yes.
importation and the harvest. Do you expect the prices of onions to go down by then, and by how much?
We are looking at siguro 7 days after the applied, no? So until the 27th of January, at saka yung we're looking at the 100 to 150 cap. These are estimates only because we have to get first the final price of the importers, and the second is that we have to consider also the cost of production of our farmers.
All right. So bababa yan to 100 and 150, or by
Yeah.
100 and 150?
By 100 to 100, bababa siya ng 100 to 150 per kilo po.
All right.
Kasi kung buy, ibang 450, di 300 pa rin po, or 600 to 1. Hindi po, 100 to 150 per kilo. But nag-ingat po tayo dyan because we have to get first the cost of production of the farmers at saka yung price po ng imported onions.
All right, sir, I'm sure you've heard the House of Representatives is looking to probe into the so-called onion cartel. What is your reaction to this investigation? Is there really an onion cartel? Because, I believe it was Senator Cynthia Villar who said since 2013, there's been some kind of cartel operating.
Kami, ako mismo, no? I'm looking at sampulan natin. And the challenge for ASEC Kalayog, our enforcement and regulation, na he's a member of the monitoring team, the Bureau of Customs, the kapulisan natin, the Coast Guard, and the Bureau of Land Industry. Kung nahuli ho ninyo, tingnan natin, yung bumibili ba ngayon sa ating mga sibuyasan, at saka yung nag-smuggle po, yung mga pangalan ba niyan pareho. And therefore, kung ganun ang mangyari, magkaroon tayo ng sample. And we're waiting for that also. Nasa sampulan din po ng ating pong monitoring team.
So sir, if ever, kung merong mga onion cartel talaga, ano ang ginawa ng Agriculture Department para managot ang cartel na ito?
Actually, 2013 yung sinasabi nga ni Senator Villar, no? Meron na. But, parang puro lang filing of cases, puro lang, media. Siguro sa ngayon, sabi ko, it's high time for us. Sabi ko, we have to act on this. Kasi pag hindi, babalik tayo dun sa cycle pa rin, smuggling, yung over-importation, which sa amin kasi, tingnan natin yung level of our sufficiency, no? Para makita natin kung talaga we need to import or we need to change paradigm on our intervention also.
So in your view, sir, what concrete action can and should be taken at this point?
Number one is that if we have already the analysis of the sufficiency level, anong gagawin natin? Will we expand our onion areas for planting? That's one. Second is that kung meron man, what concrete intervention we will do? Will we have a cold storage? Right now we have 9 cold storages. Yung atin pong cold storage ba dadagdagan natin? Do we have the fund for that? Thirdly is that yung transport and other logistics na kailangan po ng ating mga magsasaka, including yung financing, kasi parang pala yan may nag-finance sa'yo pagtanim, pag-ani, pupunta doon, dictate the price, parang ganun din ang onion. So siguro, these interventions dapat tingnan din natin. It's good we have the President right now as our Secretary transforming and redesigning again agriculture doon sa dati na glorious days of the Department of Agriculture kasi we are an agriculture country.
All right, sir, we need to take a short break, but do stay with us. This is The Source on CNN Philippines. Do stay tuned. Welcome back to The Source. I'm Ria Tanwatco Trillo. Our source today, Department of Agriculture Deputy Spokesperson Rex Estoperez. Sir, welcome back to the program. From onions, let's now shift to eggs. As you know, consumers are also now grappling with soaring egg prices, and some say they can no longer buy an egg that is at 6 pesos to 7 pesos and 50 centavos in public markets. What is happening?
Firstly is that yun dun sa atin pong mga sa egg producers, no. One is that sinabi naman nila na it will take time for the layer again na magdagdag po tayo ng ating egg production. Firstly is that sinasabi natin na tinamaan po tayo riyan ng avian influenza. So nagre-recover pa lang tayo. Plus the fact that pag taglamig po, yun ang sabi sa atin ng Bureau of Animal Industry, pag taglamig po, ay bumababa po yung ating egg production. At ngayon po mukhang nagre-recover naman kasi nakikita natin bumababa sa ating mga merkado. But last week po, we got the farm gate price at 5 pesos and 60 centavos. Pumatak siya ng 8 pesos sa ating mga pamilihan. Mukhang ganun nga ang presyo, no? Pero mas maka-discount sila pag tray. So we are monitoring this at mukhang bumaba based on ang bantay presyo. Bumababa naman siya. But yun, this is still the effect of the avian influenza na tinamaan tayo. And we're recovering right now. And it will take time, but we're addressing also at kasama po yung mga broilers, no, at saka sa ating egg producers na addressing this also.
So, sir, do you think it's possible that the price of eggs could still go up?
Hindi naman po. Hindi naman po. Tinitingnan rin natin, nagmamonitor, and we are coordinating with all our egg producers also. Mukhang may projection naman sila, even though that we are recovering from the avian influenza, yun patuloy naman yung kanilang pong production at saka yun pong pagpalit po ng mga layers natin.
All right, sir, on to another topic. The Office of the Ombudsman will still push through with its probe on the sugar importation mess, and that's even after the Office of the President has cleared those involved. What is the reaction of the Department of Agriculture to this?
That's the authority of the Ombudsman, at saka we welcome yung atin pong investigation on that. So kung may decision po yung palasyo, yung Malacanang, yun ang desisyon ng ating pong palasyo. Now, kung kailangan pong ombudsman mag-investigate further, then ang Department of Agriculture is willing to subject itself dun sa investigation na yun.
All right, sir, we have dealt with sugar, we have dealt with onions, now we are dealing with eggs. Are there other products or basic commodities that you are watching and monitoring in case their prices do increase dramatically?
Tiningnan natin, Ria, yung atin pong vegetables, even the strawberry, we heard that may mga information kami na yung strawberry daw pinapakain na lang sa hayop dahil walang market. I think going back to that, kung vegetable man from Benguet, parang talagang meron tayong diferensya doon sa atin pong supply chain. So kung hindi ma-address natin, pare-parehas yan, temporary solution, import, tataas ang presyo, kung hindi natin ma-address permanently and long-term solution, interventions of the Department of Agriculture. So yan ang tinitingnan natin on vegetables also. For the rice, right now, wala pa tayo sa rice, dahil may mga speculation na tataas ang presyo. Mas mahirap mag-speculate pag once na nagkaroon tayo ng mga ganong information. Biglang nagtataasan yung ating mga countries na kung saan tayo nag-i-import. So sabi sana natin, if we have this data na sana, we have hard data, sabi nga ni Yusek Zumbilya or Planning and Policy, sabi niya, mababa lang ang ating inventory, hindi tayo kukulangin. And according to Mr. Raul Montibayor, yung atin pong inventory, baka umabot pa rin yan doon sa pagpasok po ng anihan.
All right, so you mentioned vegetables. Can you tell us which ones specifically you're monitoring?
The ampalaya, the cabbage again, carrots, meron naman tayong carrots pa sa ngayon. And these are yung mga natatamaan din ng taglamig, yung frost doon sa atin pong mga Benguet areas po. Yan po yung mga, yung iba naman kasi na mga na vegetables are coming in from Bulacan and nearby areas lang naman po.
Right. Do you know how much these specific vegetables have increased by, sir? Itong ampalaya, cabbage, at saka carrots?
Almost umaabot siya ng mga 10 to 15%. No? Medyo malaki rin yun pagdating sa consumers. That's why we keep on monitoring this through bantay presyo.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for joining us here on The Source. We do appreciate it. That was Department of Agriculture Deputy Spokesperson Rex Estoperez. And thank you for joining us here on The Source. I'm Ria Tanwatco Trillo. You're watching CNN Philippines.